you're in the streets doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means that you're in the streets. Bomba class!
If I was to start a farm, you know the way in Kenyans we all want to have a farm. Which member will buy a house. And I was just doing the list because tumeenda farm iko na horses, tumeenda farm iko na ng'ombe, tumeenda farm iko na kuku. But I don't want a chicken because chicken is scared. Sindio? Don't argue with me, sindio?
Why you? Specifically, I don't argue with you. See when the chicken is scary.
Nigga, you wanna argue with me?
See, you said I don't argue with you.
Have you seen chicken?
This nigga said I don't argue with you.
Have you seen chicken?
Yes.
Chicken are scary too.
But I bring it back, bro. Umona batamzinga. Umona batamzinga.
You know what? I think all
bro, umona kalega kitu kana manga na hobo.
Kalega kitu. Yeah, the one that gives the best. Yeah, turkey. Actually, it's all forms of poultry. Hata butter yenyewe.
All those things are scary.
All
those
scary.
things will attack you.
Oh my gosh, I'm sure thought about it.
Zingine ni kubwa hizi zinaweza kuvaa, bro. Ona peacock.
Peacock, dausi. Bana.
Unataka kuongana na peacock primary school yetu.
Mimi nakwanga. What do you mean? Buda kwani
tulikuwa na peacock primary school.
Just roaming around ama like it was just
there, bro. Yeah,
peacock just roaming around.
Investigated, but
I'm talking about a school or a human being, bro. I'm just sure.
Wewe unajua binadamu ndio peacock.
Yeah, bana.
I'm talking about the band, bro. I don't know what you want, you know.
Bro, this is what month we are in. There are peacocks going around here.
If it's in this month, then
it's in this month, yeah.
The band.
The peacock just roaming around.
That thing used to be huge. Just looking at it, you're like, look at that. And then we also had the geese. Look at that. And then we also had the turkeys. Look at that. But these of it was already got tunaziangalianga go like.
Ulikuwa shule gani? So ulikuwa ngapa tao?
Hai tao. Kwa nini
ulikuwa wapi Mukuru?
Hii ilikuwa group of schools ba.
Tao.
Tao.
Ame ulikuwa wapi tao ni anyway with there that has wifi. So they thought has tao. Sindio?
Wewe rekadi hifu.
Mlikuwa na wifi.
Na mlikuwa na tausi. Buda sisi tulikuwa sasa tausi zetu tulikuwa ngadi na smartboard bana.
Smartboard ni nini mwe?
Bana la blackboard, interactive smartboard, mwalimu iko connected to the internet, mwalimu unaona zile tunatumia campus.
Wewe na nani?
Kwani wewe uko unasimia campus?
Take me slowly. What are we?
Campo. Uko smartboard ile shule tulikuwa.
Smartboard ni nini bro?
Umeona smartboard ile shule tulikuwa?
Ulikuwa?
Tell hizo.
Smartboard ni nini hata?
Njoo smart. So una blackboard.
Una blackboard.
Achana blackboard. Achana ile kuna projector. Alafu wote ana project. Achana hizo zote. Sasa hii ni board, interactive teaching board, whatever it's called. So it's a board, but it's a computer interface type of shit.
That does what?
So instead of chalks, it's the unaona kama ile stylus ya notepad. Sasa hiyo stylus tunatumia kuandika kwa hiyo board. Junika computer.
We were in the same university. Remember that? Miss Jayona, Warrior Jayona. Umeona wapi? Mimi nimekuwa hapo hata sasa hivi kwa hapo.
Kulikuwa na daro, tutakimaliza board, kuna daro moja na niliona hiyo board. But we don't get azikuwa kila base, but kuna daro moja.
Only in a privileged classroom.
That class moja ilikuwa nayo.
Mukolo
moja ilikuwa nayo.
Unaona tujapia leo. Tulikuwa na tausi, kuna smartboard. Nakwambia buda.
Tulikuwa na tausi.
Ile vitu kai.
Tulikuwa na turkey, tulikuwa na smartboard, tulikuwa na blackberries bro.
Na blackberry the fall.
I see the fruits. Na raspberry kwa shule.
Every single time I sit here, I learn a lot about you, my G.
So interactive smartboard.
Raspberry.
Na raspberry.
It's spelled raspberry, sindio?
Raspberry.
Raspberry ni kitu
ni berry.
Ni berry. Inakaka strawberry. Ni kitu sa round. Sijaiona. Inaka cherry kwa.
Ziko after mom shule.
Mimi sikuwa na hizo vitu. Mimi nilikuwa na Memorial. Mimi nilikuwa na Mbogi. Sindio mimi.
Sasa hizo terminologies zote mimi kuja after primary. Primary mimi nilikuwa.
And I'm the bougie one. I'm no bougie.
Primary mimi nilikuwa group of schools bro. But that was just that. Everything after that.
Nyinyi mlikuwa na PE? Amkuwa na PE.
Tuko na PE.
What are you thinking about?
Kumbuki sali while for what is spoke to.
And that's why you learned how to swim. Now I'm learning so I'm connecting things about you now, bro.
Yes, swimming mlikuwa mnafunzwa shule.
Kwa sababu unajua sisi.
Yako mnafunzwa swimming shule.
Hata nikushow bro.
Wenyewe ulikuwa.
Sisi tuko tunapandishwa basi. Wameshwa basi na Kasarani tulipasu. Mswim. Na kuna swim for 1 hour. Unasema mimi kama you do the same thing.
Sisi kwa tunaenda kwa sports club. Sisi kuna kwa sports club sasa shule ilipa. Sasa nyinyi mnaenda swimming lessons zenyu huko. Kila shule ingekuwa na siku yake ya swimming many Thursdays mnaenda swimming lessons like from the afternoon from maybe 3 alafu mnarudi na lao. Wengine walikuwa na after break between like I think 10 to 1.
And your things were strictly taken. Like if you swimming time, swimming time.
Swimming is swimming. P wanaweza colonize. Swimming ni swimming.
Swimming was not like
Swimming ilikuwa na bamba bro. Like you siku kwenda swimming ilikuwa na bamba. Alafu wale waedi swimming walikuwa wanabaki shule, wanaenda prep, sijui wanaandika ma stories. Manze watu walikuwa wanabeba swimming costume ndio tu akaisha loeto, ndio asifanye kazi.
Look on tu watu wanajua kuswim mambo wanaandika masiwasi mani. All of you just want to take time and show off.
Bro mimi niko mbele liability. Tuweze na cruise na wetu swim.
Yeah, why are we going on a cruise in the first place? That I keep telling you. Even if I have the money, maybe you'll find me where the cruise is ending. I'm not going to be on our sinking tower that will just be taken down because of ice.
Lack of swimming is a poverty indicator.
You're gonna come back.
Talk, bitch. That's what I thought. Introduce to pod. This I accept. Introduce to pod, bro. Just introduce the pod. It's fine. I'll give you a free verse. Just introduce the pod. It's okay. Just introduce.
I'm found it. I don't even know what to say. I don't have a response. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Walking the Streets. It's your boy, Mr. Fire. Can't even. It's your boy, Mr. Fahrenheit Michael Kimati, the only dark chocolate that you will need.
Your boy. The local guy. And your local gardener.
Christ, my point was this, bro. Let's not get chickens. Chickens are terrifying creatures.
Chickens are dope. They'll feed you.
They'll feed you when they are dead. Before then, have you seen
wake you up.
Have you seen how they look? Bro, have you seen chickens?
They give you eggs.
Yeah! Look at what happened the day you went to for a Christmas party. They got your ribs, bro. What happened to your dad? Your dad will call you Mona Kuku.
See, that's part of life.
That's not me. I will never want that in my life. Chickens.
Part of life.
Chicken, bro, is the only animal. Poultry, actually, the only animals in the world that look at you by default with a side eye. They don't look at you straight head on. See, look at me. May I look at you like this? Poultry na kupatianga side eye by default. You want to go around play with a chicken?
Ulikula nini jana usiku, bro?
Sasa wewe.
Ulikula nini jana usiku?
Hai.
KFC, shut up. Propaganda. Chicken, wewe jana amekula tu chicken imededi. Bila bese.
Nimesema.
Asa ono broken. Unaona kilikuwa na komea ceiling za poverty indicator, bro. Yeah, watch a movie on Netflix. There is something. Sweat is a poverty indicator. Jasho ni poverty indicator.
Perspiration.
Jasho ni poverty indicator.
Indicating what?
What?
It's a poverty indicator. What is how indicating? Yeah, Paul, me I'm saying in the swimming thing. You mean but I'll get back.
Yeah. No, because
How?
in the movie, the main protagonist is shit. She's wet the whole movie.
She's wet.
Full of sweat.
Of sweat.
The whole movie. And I'm thinking, bro, why?
Why is she wet with sweat?
The whole movie.
Sijua kwamba wakabori ama
Exactly.
kwa kwamba inamaanisha upasi kusweat.
How fuck was wet the whole day? Bro, from the time the movie started.
She was excited.
She was what? You know, you say things and then he says things and then you're confused because what?
She was excited. The whole movie.
Think about it like this. If you go, damn bro, I'm sorry.
Let's go.
Ukiwa kwa match bro,
Yeah.
sweat.
Yeah.
Ukiwa bro kwa TX ya best yako,
Yeah.
inanuka kama foreign country.
Sitakatai ndani gari inanuka hivyo.
Yeah.
Lakini sio ya maisha ya sweat.
Ukiwa kwa Uber bro,
Yeah.
inanuka kama foreign country.
Si unafunga pedi Z. So now what are we saying?
Sweat is a poverty.
But
TX inakuanga hivyo juu iko na perfume yake. Uber inanga area bana.
Check you bro. Best yetu si akona note ya red.
Yani namuona
Hiyo ndio kama Uber.
lakini ako hivyo kalia.
Hiyo ndio kama Uber. Think about it. Unajua kitu kingine bro. Ukienda gym ya waso bro. Ya wadosi ya mabombe. Bro, the gym should smell like sweat, pheromones and exercise. Bro, gym ya rich bitch. Inanukanga better than the outside was.
They don't work out.
No, bro.
They don't.
Their sweat is bougie. Bro, you think if me a Khalifa Simple Boy sweat here, both of them will sweat.
I'll see her.
Think about it.
Boy, what have you just said?
Think about
Who's the other comparison you
Think
think
about
Kwani anukangija yo.
Anarukanga jasho, but unadhani hizo jasho mbili sana same.
Si.
Unadhani msali amka asubuhi na kienda mjei bro 6 am na msali ingia PWC.
Aziano to Western bro. I will show you. Not
Kwani kila msali fanya kazi mjengo na mtu.
guys, you need hapo ni mwongea mbaya.
Ole ya the same.
Ole.
But
Statistically speaking,
you see is going on. Statistically. Nika sema tu sweat bro. It's poverty indicate.
no, bro. But because I don't sweat a lot, but I sweat.
Yeah.
But now you see, you can't compare me to someone who goes to the gym and they have money, because then they don't go to the gym and work out. Have you ever, like, I usually see them, what bothers me is, you can't be telling me you're going to the gym. Like, gym, gym kwa next year. You will take your car to next year, you drive there, and then you go gym, and then now, coming back, you still drive. What kind of workout is that? What kind of workout have you done?
See what
The idea of the gym is that you can work on your body. You don't use any machine or infrastructure to maintain the way you are when you kill. Jasho.
Atembee kwa nini na kuna gari? Hakuna difference.
Bro, mimi nashimu watu wenye wanga napiganga laba hapo Thika Road. Asubuhi na mapema wanaanza kufanya kitizi. Ujaiona, say you do you have that cojones? Me I don't have those cojones.
Unaona hiyo double standard bro. Sasa unasema jumsa ana pesa kwa afford gari bro. Na huwa kuna pesa ya kwa afford gari. Account yake account tu kuna gari.
Sitasema hivyo.
Hivyo ndo umesema.
Me I'm saying I'm talking about the cojones bro. It's the difference. There's a difference. Because think about it, huyu jamaa mwenye ameamka 5 am, sio ati anafanya kizumu, yeye atembea tu. Kazi ni kutembea. Thika Road mzima, alafu anafanya push ups, anafanya star jumps kidogo. Alafu anarudi kazi. Yeye amefanya workout fit. And you know what, I don't have those cojones to do that, but I can wake up, take a car, go to the gym, and then come back. That's bougie working out.
What do you mean? Bro, gari umepeleka gym. Gyms ni wewe na mwili wako.
Acha kwa na gari. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, watu wanaga gym ndio wanaga gari.
Sasa mbona? Kwanza unajua
kwanza umefanya leg day alafu niambie sina gari. Mimi hata niko na gari leg day bro. Ati sasa nimefanya leg day alafu ndo gym nikitembea.
Sasa because you know when you
muscle pull the speed. Ona, ungekuwa na gari
ningekuwa na see hivyo. See what happened on that day? Sikole bakalumo nona.
Mimi niko sure watu wako na gari bro wapatangi muscle.
Lakini jua fanyangi?
Yes.
Sometimes too.
That's right.
Always me. Let me take you through something that I saw on our page. Through something, bro, on our page. Yeah, on our page. Because see, I keep telling me I love our fans. Remember that video you put about the things that girls, what do guys get from girls' houses? Try the houses. Yeah. So do this. Ask me that question, then I'll give you the response. Have you see the comments of that video?
That but slightly have not seen.
Yeah. So the question, what you asked was, what do you think guys get from shorties?
Yeah.
And then they didn't care about the part for shorties' houses. They just cared about
everyone just report what they get from shorties.
Yeah, so now ask me that question again, Tony.
Bro, what do you think guys get from shorties?
Their will to live.
Is their will to live.
It has 30 likes.
Ask me again. Hey, bro, what do you think niggas get from shorties?
Their peace of mind.
Hey, bro.
Ask me again,
what do you think the guys get from shorties?
Ability to breathe.
Hey, we get that from shorties. I lose my ability to breathe when I'm with shorty. But what do guys get from shorties?
Confidence. peace, joy, and happiness.
Bro, what do guys get from shorties?
Everything, man. The audacity.
Hey. Bro, what do guys get from shorties?
Her mental health.
Bro, what do guys get from shorties?
Kamisi na biker.
Hey. Bro, what do guys
They
get?
went, hizo zote, nimesema zote. All of them are getting close to 100 likes per comment. Imagine, bro.
You know, on that, it's actually very important that you've touched on that.
Exactly.
No, it's June, bro.
It's June, bro.
June. June is
The alphabet.
special month, bro. It's a very special month. It's the month, bro, where women come to our DMs, women come to our stories, and they say it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to, well, I don't know. I think that's the only two they usually bring forth.
Which is,
Like, I think our month is usually summed up into those two sentences. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to cry. And we move on with June being man's mental health month.
is it? Do you actually move on with June like that?
No, I'm telling you after those two sentences,
It's over.
It's done.
It's over, bro.
What to the next?
Next thing is Coca-Cola telling us about how
Bro, we're about to release the magic. Real magic.
That's why I think
What the thing you were saying or what do guys get from shorties? This is what guys need to get from shorties. Because, man, I think we're talking about emotional intelligence at the moment. We went and gave a nice, please go watch the last episode. Now we're on the pillars, self-awareness, self-regulation, and empathy, and the other one is social skills. Today we want to look at self-awareness and self-regulation. Me on the self-awareness, bro, like self-awareness is you're aware of yourself.
Without even like, say wallah. Say wallah. Say
Like
wallah.
it's just you're aware on yourself.
Yeah.
And see one me, man, is very aware. Like me, I crave
What
softness.
makes you think so? You crave what? Softness.
I crave softness, bro.
Hey.
I crave softness.
I have your fucking tongue. Where you want
So there's this thing I have come to know.
What is softness?
Me, I crave softness.
What is
Coming to that, I crave softness. But you know one thing I've also known as I've learned that I crave softness. Bro, man, I touch stuff. Bro. There's a starvation of touch going around the world, bro. Like, it's there's an unspoken ache, bro, that men carrying around the world, bro. Like, they joke that they need cuddles, bro, but they mean it, bro. Like, adult men, especially adult, straight men. Yeah. Bro, you know those men, them only receive affection during sex. Only receive affection during sex. That's true. They're touch deprived.
That's so true, man.
The only time they're crushed, bro, is to give the shit wet. Sad, bro.
But now,
It's sad, bro.
let me see how many people are going to understand that perspective if you think about it.
A lot,
How many people are going to understand? Not appreciate, understand. Because you see, I keep telling people, me, there are people who have heard, me, I'm going to be using
That's crazy. Me, what's it? Touch. Sini anaambia, bro.
Unaambia nani mkolo?
Mwenye ko nataka cheki. Endelea.
Kwenda huko. What I say is because I think it's a matter of, you know what that time we were talking about? What's it called? Flashing with the eyes.
Yeah.
Because you see, I flatty and when you see the comments, someone was like, I love it. I love doing this, whatever. But then you see a lot of those comments by the shows, right? But then now people don't see the converse of it. But I'll get to where we are later. See, converse of it is tumeenda bukla, alafu tumeona dem, yamediona, tumeonana. But to not approach any of these ladies ever. They never approach the ladies. So what happens is at the end of the night, tumeenda home, both of you have gone home, tumeangalia the whole night, just with full of regrets. But oh no, I should have said hi. And now later on you come and see that I've not been touched in a long time. Pause. See what I'm saying? And you try to wonder how to.
So saying it's the men's fault and not being touched.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think if you want to be touched, also have that initiation aspect of it. Because like before, which woman is gonna come and say, "Touch me, babe"?
But see, that's the problem, man.
Yeah.
We're in this cafes where niggas wanna be chased, bro. They don't wanna chase, bro.
or cafes.
Hey, in this phase,
Yeah.
niggas want a big chest and don't want a chest.
Yeah.
So that's why Munaga.
Oh yeah. But no, chasing doesn't mean initiation isn't chasing, in my opinion.
Initiation is chase.
No, G. Because at the end of the day, someone has to initiate it.
Eh, but
Right? But just because a child comes and says hi to you and asks you what's your name, are they chasing you?
yes, so many shit contact, bro. The ball is in the.
Bro, where are our standards, guys?
Bro, the ball is in her court.
No, the ball's not in her, because, okay.
It's no, the ball is in her court until you take with the ball, bro.
Let me ask, whose job is it to maintain the conversation?
It's the both of you.
The both of you, right? Yeah. Exactly. So now at that point, is they not chasing the other?
No.
But because she said hi to you, she chased you.
You see, it interacted. No, she chased, bro.
How?
She initiated. She brought the opening.
She initiated, but then me, if I initiate something as well, I'm not chasing you. Chasing you.
Stop looking at chasing as a long, you're looking. No, just there, in that few seconds. A man is not supposed to initiate.
Nah, G. Me, I think if you like someone and you wanna say hi to them.
Yeah. But a man should initiate.
Let me ask you a question. That day tulikuwa mabukla, tulikuwa kanuko. Ile day ama dema amesema kuja kuuliza, are you guys in a dance crew? Hey, because you guys need to come out with us at some point. Yeah, if you see us outside, you're gonna have an amazing time. But when they came and said hi to us and I'm like, are you guys in a dance crew? Would you have been a person to, if the rules are reversed, would you have ever at a point to go and said, you know what, God?
Maybe not.
Exactly. And but the both of you have had the same amount of fun, same amount of time together. Mmekuwa mkiangaliana. You've had those, that attention has built up. Yeah. But then at the end of the night, you can be like, God loves you.
No, you see, I said maybe not, so maybe yes. Like, it's a maybe thing, bro. It's so like, it really depends, man. It's a maybe. You know, when you're outside, let me tell you. Women don't miss the shots they take. It is so rare for a shorty to miss her shots.
You were there when a shorty missed a shot with me. You were there.
When is this?
2 weeks, a month ago? It was a month ago. Boys' night. Last boys' night.
You see.
Ule alijaribu mimi nikasema.
That's the 1%. Now, you see, again, I said it is very rare. I didn't say it's never.
It is very rare.
It's very rare because, you see, I bring it back again. Men are starving, bro.
Yeah.
When a woman goes and approaches a man, who is starving, bro? That might have not been the babe the guy was looking at.
True.
True. But it's a babe.
Yeah. She's at 3 at 10 o'clock, but at 10 at 3 a.m. I hear you.
And the man has been starving for more than 10 months, bro.
Yeah.
And the last person he had was a 3.
Yeah.
So what are you? He's gonna wait for 3 a.m. for the 3 to look like a 10.
I hear it.
For him to minus the 10 months into 0.
Yeah, but now but then that's what I'm saying. If it's men's month, health month. Yeah. Because if we're gonna talk about self-awareness, me usually say these things. I don't think initiating a conversation is a chicks. I don't think so. Because it's just a matter of, I've seen you, I like you, and I'm not saying that I like, but I've seen you and I like you, right? And I want to say, I don't know, I just want to say, like, for you say, I like your tattoos, for example. Right? That's just me initiating a conversation. Me, I come and say that, I've seen your jersey, I like your jersey. Something like that. But after that, if you want to have the conversation, it's a 2-man thing. It's not that, it's a 2-person thing. So that we're going to keep going. I know. It's not like we're going to stop. So now, I think if you're a man, I mean, if you really want to talk to someone, just talk to them. Doesn't mean...
I think that's actually a fearing rejection, bro.
That thing is crazy.
You know, let me tell you.
Yeah, I fear it. I'm scared of it.
Let me tell you, see these lines? Boys need to be cuddling more. Put his head in your lap. On your chest.
Yeah.
Stroke his hair. Scratch his back lightly with your nails. Rub his shoulder. Kiss him on the top of his head. Anytime.
Yeah.
Not just when he's feeling down or trying to fall asleep.
Jump.
Shori comments. When I did this to my boyfriend for the first time, he almost started crying. Because no one had ever done something similar to me before. And I think that is awfully sad. Now you see, the thing is, bro, someone might have done this to this nigga before.
Yeah.
But you know what the problem is? Yeah. The same person who did this to this nigga is the same person who broke this nigga.
Yeah, fairs. But what do? You move?
They don't move, bro. You don't move.
What do you mean you don't move? Somebody could talk here, uncle.
Why do you think the tail is toxic?
Jidish.
Because they didn't move, bro. Because they didn't move. Why do you think they talk the way they talk about the other genders? Both of them, both genders, we talk shit about other genders. Because we do not move.
Which is a problem.
Bro, umepata heartbreak.
Yeah.
Umepata proper heartbreak. Achana na kuachana, bro.
Yeah.
unajuaga ile heartbreak manzi ya kwanza, ile mapenzi ya kwanza bana. Unajua first love ni mama. Ukishamalizana na mama bro, kama ulizaliwa na mama, ukishamalizana na mama bro, ile siku akili yako inakundua shit madam, shit ndio umeiva. Wow. Ule manzi anataka kuvunja roho mara ya kwanza inaweza kuwa aliendea chali mwingine juu ya pesa. Inaweza kuwa aliendea chali mwingine juu ya mwili. Inaweza kuwa ABCD. Bro, that is gonna be your wound, your love wound until you treat. Until you treat it. Until you treat it well.
Until you treat yourself.
Because you live, you believe in, you don't wanna. Kwate unajua sewengi wego protection joli.
Ilikuwa
Yeah. From that day onwards, they've never gone out again at it, right? You know, there's Monday who will I fuck a girl the whole day. Who will say shit?
Imagine. Na amevaa miwani.
You think that one is self-aware. Here's what I think. I think a lot of things prevent us from being the kind of person we know we are in our head. Because there's no way to go around telling me that because of this one incident, you're going to let that thing be your identity. That one bothers me to the core. I keep saying, the path for treaty, that's a choice. Some people just choose to just stay where they are and be like, you know what? Mimi nimekaa hivi nimevunja roho staki madem. Unaona? Now which I mean it's fine, it's your thing. But now if you keep to get to that point, utashinda hapo kusema hapa cuddles and then now you start going. I mean it doesn't make sense. You can't say that you hate women and talk shit about women and then you still say you want cuddles.
Sure, it's a crazy thing. The same guys who do the same things.
Who do what things?
The guys who are saying that the double standard just said is what actually exists outside. It's actually what exists outside.
No. Me now pambi. No kwa ile video that we record the last year. Ile we could I leave my girl at your house.
Yeah.
Right? And then the people still be commenting to this day. See commenting like I saw a comment in the past hour. People are like, I miss it for him to Kaizo. And I'm like, only morio wako.
But that's a wound, bro, that's not his.
Then
if it's your homie, it's your homie. Why?
It's your homie. Mbona ugopani?
It's this thing there. You don't trust one of the two people. You don't trust your show, you don't trust your home.
Heck, you don't even trust yourself to be worth not being cheated on.
You don't even trust yourself that you made a good decision beating your homie or your shorty.
Yeah.
That they're good enough for you to not fuck when you're not in the space.
You see, and now that now is a problem because who are you surrounding yourself with? Me, but I do get this fear.
Self-awareness is lacking, bro. It's just... I was telling my friend of mine the other day.
They need to know that
You see a babe. A babe knows she's the shit.
Yeah.
Most babes know that the shit.
Yeah.
You see a nigga, identity. Do you lose the time?
Yeah.
A babe will tell you, shave your hair, shave your beard, start wearing red shoes, and you start doing all that shit by past. Because you want to fit into this identity that she has for a man.
Yeah.
But a woman, on the other hand, a man can tell her to do the other things. The babe's like, exchange, babe, I'll find a nigga who appreciates me the way I am, but all this changing, I'm not doing.
Which again, I will always say this, that is fine. We kama utaka kwa hivyo, but we si wangu.
Exactly, ni sawa. But uko na your self-worth, bro. Unajua wanaume wangapi?
Yeah,
watu wa kwa relationship.
Yes.
Hata si kwa relationship. Kwa hizi ship zote zingine zile si relationship. Pali we identity yako iko peg kwa value udema na kupea. Mali udema na kupea. Wewe nangaduki adapt based on what she wants, but
and then there's a fear adapted to the fact that if she doesn't see my value, the one that I've given her,
it's over because you keep shifting, bro, because you don't have an innate value. You keep shifting to try and match her wants and needs. Itaisha dujua una identity yako this week when ile, and then on top of that connect you to Monday. What's here entirely, but Monday blew this thing where you link your identity to you outsource your identity from your productivity.
Productivity is already determined by the other person who's seen the product. The productivity is determined from the person who's seen the product. Because, for example, if I come around here and they just do 10 push-ups, like somebody who's a bodybuilder, then they'll be like, what's that? See what I'm saying? So now if that thing you're telling me the other day about gentleman versus a nice man versus and whatever, rich man. See what I'm saying? Those are two different things, but now all of that is based on the product you're giving out. Which again is hindering you from being a self-aware person. Because self-aware is not about what the other person is perceiving. I don't like that word. I don't like that mentality. I've seen out on Monday Mauchia who move with the thought process of if I'm not this, if I don't do this, I am really not that guy. And yet we give for basic some several key fundamentals of society. Who's gonna marry who? Let's assume people want to get married. Who's gonna marry who? Since me who's gonna marry the child,
Idea.
I'm the one who's choose idea.
Idea. See, go
Yeah, first idea first. But now if I don't do that, she's not gonna she's gonna find someone else to marry her based on whatever. I don't see the aspect of as a man you should just be chilling and not appreciating your worth. Your worth is literally innate.
But you see now, bro. What? How should I even ask this fucking question? If you fed off the notion that property possession and all these yada things, material things are what to define a worth of a man, how can you have self-worth when you don't have those things?
Because you fed off of that, last content.
Exactly. It could even be like your uncles. It could even be your grandparents.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you know. How do you tell this person who has no self-identity or self-worth until a padezi vitu that hey, check fuck all this shit, man. Like, yes, they're important and yes, they're integral. But you know, there's you who exist before these things, and there's you who exists after these things, and there's you who exists you. And this you should be constant in all those three phases. Because that's you.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
me.
that's yourself.
Yeah, fair.
How do you get this person to see this, to see themselves raw, bare, naked?
You can't do that. You as an outside party, you can't.
Yeah, how do you lead them on to that?
As an outside party, you can't do anything like that. You can't force someone to see what they cannot see. It's the same way right now. How many people have made memes of Pastor Nana's church? Yeah, Pastor Nana's church. There are so many memes about it. But then every single Sunday/Friday, there's always a flock gathering. Every single Friday. There's one like most of those memes, but they'll go. So now you can't force someone to see something that they don't innately want to see. I think a lot of things that we don't appreciate even us as guys is that even us we are also moved by our emotion. I don't think a lot of guys see that. Because see, if you're telling me that I've been taught that my value is in my land, whichever I possess, all those activities, I put that as a most emotional, what's it called, investment in that. Which means that if once I get it, the gratitude that I feel, I mean, you always
on.
Yeah, but now you can't change someone who has that emotional charge around it. You cannot. It's possible.
I don't know, I'm thinking about it because I'm like, what happens to a babe who finds a nigga like this? Who he's like, don't get me wrong, like getting the bag and having your worth only pegged on the bag, I think are two different things.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking as, because I think, man, you see your nigga is obsessed with the bag, but you just think he's obsessed with the bag.
Yeah.
It might be very hard for you to know he has no identity other than the bag.
Yes, the bag.
And then there's the female who now starts spending time and knowing this guy. And then how she can see, hey, there, when Roy has money, this is Roy. When Roy is broke, Roy is a shell of himself. Roy does not exist.
Yeah.
But if you're saying like, we can't make this person know themselves without the bag, how?
Shit, don't forget to get relationship. Let me tell you something. In my previous one, I learned something that when you're in a relationship with someone, that's the most vulnerable you can ever be. Because in essence, you're vulnerable to only one person. And as men, we see that as a very good proportion. It's much easier for me to be vulnerable with one person than with the rest of the world. Because imagine if I came and I cried, guys, would I be Mr. Fahrenheit anymore?
Yeah, just a little bit cooler.
Fuck off.
But you see, the thing is, so on a clear message, it's crazy.
You know what they said to me and you're equally toxic. Remember that?
Yeah, I see me, it didn't bother me. Because me, I have no toxicity within me.
Even me. I don't have any toxicity without me.
You said something crazy there. Oh, wow. I think this is what separates the streets and the ones in relationships.
Yeah.
You see, you say that you're national, a nigga looks at one babe, and it's like, it's easier to be vulnerable with one babe than be vulnerable with 10 others.
For those ones who are smart.
And then, no, wait, and then there's the nigga who sees it's easier to be vulnerable with 10 than to be vulnerable with one.
With 10, but 10 who? It depends on who they are.
10.
Is it the boys or is it the girl?
Even girls.
The girls. It's easier to be vulnerable with 10 women than to be one woman. That's crazy.
Because you spread your opportunity, Ghost. You spread your risk. But if you're vulnerable with only one bro,
Fairs.
she's your Osama bin Laden, bro.
Yeah, but then that means that you're not actually moving with the thought of going for war. You're spreading the risk, but you're not fully, what's it called, showing the other person the other side of who you are.
No. You're breadcrumbing your vulnerability, bro.
Yeah, that's not vulnerability, God.
No, it is. It is.
You can't be.
Why is it not vulnerable? Because you're not showing this person the whole of you, you're not being vulnerable.
No, you are, but not the same way when you with one person. It's not the same.
You're being able to show. You're still being vulnerable. Can you agree on that?
You're being vulnerable, yes, but to a limited extent.
Yeah.
Or the level that even you know would be best for you.
No, maybe that's the level you're comfortable with. Maybe that's how you.
What the hell have you been saying about comfort, bro?
Sasa bro, ni ukweli. Ni ukweli sikatai.
What the hell have you been saying about comfort?
Kutoka kwa comfort.
Yeah.
But kabla kutoka kwa comfort you pia ni bora.
How the hell are you growing if you're in a comfort zone? How the hell are you growing yourself if you're in a comfort zone?
But you should not be yourself.
What do you mean?
You said how are you being yourself if you're in a comfort zone?
How? No, I didn't ask. I said, how are you growing if you're in a comfort zone? Because at the end of the day, I'm thinking about it like this. If I'm willing to invest in this one person, right, and be my whole self with them, which again is difficult. We've said this in the previous episode. Not sure. To a party, makosa. It's a two-party thing. But now, if I'm doing this with several people, though,
It's different. It's not like it's not every the simplest way is everyone has their own role.
everyone has their own role.
Everyone has
Yes.
their own role.
Sema hivyo.
Everyone has their own role.
Sema hivyo.
Kuna Sheila wa monitoring. Sheila ndo anakuaga example.
Nakwanga Sheila hivi.
Sheila ndo kwa example lemi.
Hi Sheila.
Hi Sheila.
Uko kwa sawa. Unaangalia kamera bali unamuona.
Nimesema hi Sheila. Listen for where.
I'm looking at the time.
But there's Sheila who's for monetary vulnerability. There's Lisa who's for emotional vulnerability. There's another one who you tell your growth and your dreams and your what. There's another, like you spread out
perfect.
things man on different levels.
Perfect.
Because maybe you're in this phase of that's not even comfortable for you. Maybe that's even uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But you're now in this phase where you're healing that wound. So now this is step one. This is okay. I can't just give Sheila everything. Let me try Sheila and Lisa. We see how that goes. Okay, Sheila, Lisa. Okay, now let's try and reduce from 5. We bring it back to 2, and then we see if we can go to. What you say? It's different ways of.
And that is fine because actually they're not investing in any of these shows. They're just there for me for a particular purpose, which I agree.
Who said you're not investing?
Why are you investing in them if you're just talking about money with one?
Bro, do you know?
Why did this strong can be
You
niggas and
niggas
him?
came up in a complete household boy, with both parents, with siblings, with. You guys even say I love you to each other, so it's still an anomaly. But like you guys don't appreciate how easy it is for you to show love, be in love, be affectionate, and be vulnerable.
You are talking to, you know who you're talking to. Talking to me. Affectionate. Roy. Oni. Ai. Acha uongo.
Question bwana mwanzo.
Acha uongo. Aji. Aji.
Unataka niwaambie?
Waambie.
Sawa bro.
Ngoja niambie kwanza. Basi kumbuki.
Let me validate first.
Tuanze. Affectionate ni kani? Ni kwa nini?
Sijui wewe niambie.
See, we're not talking about English. We're not talking about the English man between the two of us.
This seems to affectionate, bro.
What is affection?
Affection,
What is showing
an
affection?
outward expression of how you feel inside. Yeah, so it can be any affection. It can be any, it can be
Kissing
any.
someone is a show of affection.
Sorry?
Kissing someone is a show of affection.
Yes. It's called PDA, public display of affection.
PDA, public display of affection. Have you been a culprit of PDA?
Have I been a culprit? Severe.
Severely. But you don't show affection.
But it means because I don't care. You wengine mkiniona nikipigana munju mtadu.
See, but you see,
Kama unapigwa munju kuja useme wewe.
I know, but you see what I'm saying? You're being affectionate. You're being affectionate. See, we were saying that kissing is one of them. It's a very simple word, but you're being affectionate.
How am I kissing though? Isn't it?
Do you have my?
Is it affectionate pia ama ni ile
Yani
ya?
between wewe na zile lips una kiss bro. Kama kuna zile una kissingi affectionately na zile tu unapeanga mate. Ni sawa.
Ile unauma.
You know there's some your tongues hug and then there's some bro you just beat up too.
Kuna zile za kumumunya pia.
Kuna zile tu za bubeg bro.
Jamaa na expose.
Kuna zile za kwe.
Unatembeanga watu mate ndani.
Mkono. like this.
Eh, jidishi.
And then-
No.
And then you're there.
Siangalii mimi. Unaona siangalii? Hii siangalii. Nyinyi mnaona.
And you start kissing.
This is your future. Anapenda softness. Hii ndio softness anapenda. I'm gonna talk about BDSM at some point.
No, but she mocked that shit. But you know how many people learn how to love when they're plus 80, when they're plus 20. Sindio?
When do you think they're learn how to love?
When you're young, there are people who grow up knowing what love is. There are people, not love ile ya Biblia agape love. Hii ya kuonyeshana affection. Hii ya ku vulnerable na msee mmoja. Hii ya ku lean on one person as your own.
I did it. I learned to when I did campus.
Bro, kuna wazazi wengi wanapenda wanaongelesha na.
No, me like in Africa naso. That's my sports.
No, it's true. I won't lie to you. It's crazy. It's true, no, I agree. But you see also on that self-awareness, I think another thing is you also need to be self-aware on how poor you communicate.
Oh, yeah.
Because see, as a man, sometimes you ask, how you doing? I'm fine. How you doing? I'm fine.
But I think I'm just fine.
But there's more to the fine.
I can't just be fine.
Nah, you see, that's the thing. Be aware when you're poor.
You see your softness is showing out right now.
It is, bro, and I've worked hard to get my softness in
bro, you
check.
can't just be fine.
No. Like, what is fine?
Say I'm just fine.
Me ask you, you're fine, bro, I'll be so mad.
Why are you angry with me being fine?
Explain how you're fine.
I'm very fine.
Explain your fineness. What are the situations in your life causing you to be fine?
So I have to give you an explanation that
On your fineness, yes.
Bruh, come on, you're the one who's being selfish now.
How
Why
am
is
I
it all
being
about you? It's about me being
It's
fine.
not about me, it's about
Why do you have to
bro.
validate what you want so that you can know that I'm
You're not validating, you're communicating your emotions to
You
me
want
past
me to-
fine.
but-
Fine is a word, bro.
But here's the thing, you want me to communicate the way you want it.
No, I just want you to expound.
Yeah, exactly. You want me to communicate the way you want me to communicate.
No, there's no correct answer. I just want you to tell me more about you being fine. See what I'm saying?
Am I saying a different thing?
Yes.
He wants me to communicate the way he wants me to communicate.
Fine is not communicating.
It's to you. That's not communicating.
That is not communicating. How are you fine?
Listen, I'm not like kind of entirely disagreeing with you. But sometimes, what else can you do?
What do you do?
If someone comes, if you meet someone, and it depends on how they say they are fine. So for example, if I come and give you a dab music, because I'm in coffee tomorrow, say coffee. But if you come and if that kind of is that side of I'm fine. That's how you know that something that we want to add on. But in the meantime, if I come and if I say that I'm fine and I'm giving you the energy that I'm fine, I'm fucking fine. That's it.
No, bro. You see, man.
I need to heal.
No, it's not.
That's a wound.
You know, it's not a wound. Bro, you can just say, it's a wound. Bro, I'm so sure the nigga you knew a few days ago said he was fine, wasn't he?
Nigga, I knew a few days ago.
Yeah, the guy who was with us, bro. See, you might have thought he was fine now.
Yeah,
You get what I'm
but
saying?
it's how he said it.
Exactly. How he said it.
How he
is
said it.
shit.
What do you mean?
Bro, I can come and tell you, oh bro, niko best, maze niko fit. Like hata huwezi imagine. Bro, nilikuwa na dem ameabort mtoto juzi. Nilikuwa naishi pahali nimeevictiwa, bro. Madangu amegongwa sasa yako ICU. But bro, mimi niko fit. Na unajua shida ni nini? Mwanaume akishasema tu mimi niko fit, kwa hivyo unasema tone na nini? Wasema moja tu hapo.
But have they put in that extra aspect?
Which extra aspect?
Of my aborted, madeo kuzi abisema hiyo part.
Atasema,
So now?
sasa wewe ni best yake, mbona umuulizi?
No, sasa I'll ask you after.
No, hapo ndo unasema kusema fine, bro. Usiniambie what else is going on.
I'll ask you. I have to. It's your job to ask me.
Why is it
what?
my job to ask?
Because now
Why is it your job not to share?
Why should I just?
If I'm a close friend now, space for you, why are you not feeling comfortable to bring this information out of you to me without me
Just follow. Just
pulling it out?
Your aspect of a conversation is basically if I come to you and I say, like I've just got to your house, okay? I give you a dap, walk on Reggie, one boy, Kwaji bro, niko fiti. Now it's up to me to say niko fiti, but hey bro, imboka but you're stress.
Exactly. Yes, bro.
Are you telling me?
Yes.
That is not how conversation works.
Yes, nigga. It is not how. You see, in spaces that say
Because if you want to show interest in my life, you ask me about my life.
that is true.
And then I will now be vulnerable enough to let you know
That is very true. You show interest in my ass bet. But if this is your homie, bro, don't you already know they're interested in your life? That's why you're the ones.
Remember that time when you were saying, that sometimes someone will let you know about their lives, but not ready to hear what they want to say. How will you know they're not ready to hear what you say?
Unless they ask you.
They ask you what? Oh, nah, just because I asked you doesn't also mean I'm ready. I'm just being polite.
Exactly. But now if you ask me, it means that I don't know where you are emotionally mentally. But what I know is you ask me about my life. I'm going to be like, okay, sorry, what's going to pop in my head is I can now speak. Not because I'm not about it, because you've been my day one and whatnot. I can now judge that when I'm ready. But I found that you ask me.
Alright, bet. So what we're saying, bro, is how you're feeling is only the concern of the other people if they ask you.
No. It depends. If we spend some time here, I'm gonna eventually start talking about it. But first interaction, my G.
What do you mean first interaction?
Like imagine tumekuja hapa lao sasa tumechill. Again, same scenario. I've given you a job. I've asked you work on and I'm make a fit. And then now Siminga said, sawa, bless. Ndio. Later on is when you cannot come and say, but let me ask you, bro. That's how it starts. You have to literally, if you want to tell me about it, or you just want to talk about it, that's you can initiate it. But if you want to know at that point where we're giving each other down, you ask me, bro, kuzevoge kwaje. That's when I can start talking.
Bona wewe bro tukidabiana wewe huwezi niambia from the jump off. Yo boka kinanisumbua akili.
Bro nimekusalimia. What kind of greetings are these?
Exactly, si wewe ni homie wangu. Kwani kuna time frame kuna nini? Wewe unasikia sema then tunaunangoja nini? Hakuna tuna marinate hii conversation. Buda anza tu hivyo kule Buda. My life is good, but let me tell you bro, work sounds like a motherfucker. You see the other day and you just go off and I'm there like
immediately Dimitri.
Bro, have you met the women in my life? Bro, think about the friend we just said in the note.
Yeah.
Bro, when she's going through shit, does she wait 10 hours to come and tell? She tells you, hi, Mike, and then let me tell you.
Yeah, she does.
Exactly. So why can't you do the same thing to me? Or why can't I do the same thing?
It's because the agenda there is I'm coming to tell you. That's what I'm coming to see you for, not to chill. I'm coming to see you and say, what on, bro? I tell you for sure. If that's what I'm planning to do, I will do that. But not a matter of.
So I see what you're saying, bro. You need structure, you.
Me.
Some extent, I'm seeing it. I see what it is for you. It's the structure in the
conversation, bro. Me, I know how to run a conversation because I know how this is. Because again, so me, I see in my head, I know we have to talk about your softness, pause. But now, he said the soft boy. Me in my head, I know that's where I still have to ask about that. So he said you're a soft person. But the way we are going, I know there's a structure to this entire conversation, right? Not a matter of you also know the structure, but it's me who is interested in what you're talking to me about. It's my job to also remember the structure. So that we don't lose any kind of outline.
Unicorn, bored.
Even in life, bro, you think we can be...
Bro, I think that's why niggas don't open up to each other. Think about it like this. Think if you're a nigga, you're with the boys, medab, mekaa, labda mko mna chill, mnawatch ball. Bro, omse ako hapo anaona ball, lakini honi ball yako dunia ingine. Anangoja msee tu amuulize swali ya hiyo topic. Bro, how is mama? Bro, how is work? Bro, how is water?
Is that how it is? Like whenever we are chilling here, is it a matter of... Nah, but I najua umse anasemanga kina msumbo akili, right? But is it a matter of do you normally prefer if someone asks you wagwan, or do you just prefer to just talk about it?
If I'm in a space where I'm with my boys, man, I'll just say it.
You see what I'm saying? If you're in the space with your boys.
But I do get what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying as well. To call the safety.
In short, what I'm saying is, bro, I can say hi to you and start spilling my shit on you immediately. Pause.
Have you planned to say it to me?
I haven't told you I did. No, why are you my friend if I need to plan my damn
No, Mr. Sema, hey, Nick, wait. Hold up. Let me say that I said, if I'm meeting you to that, I can distress and talk about something. Right? I know why I'm meeting you.
That's not the plan. Mr. Mabro, you're not kula nyama. Na kadua hapo bro kitu ya kwanza au naanza tu kuspeed.
Si ndio? Because you're in the space that allows you to.
What's umeshinda tu ukikataa hivyo the whole time. Inasema kama in your safe space with your boys, bado mnaanza tu kuspeed. Si lazima msee akuulize.
So, to point A, B, and C. Point A is this. Here's what I'm saying. If I come to your house right now, right? It's one of two things. That's a lie. Depends on you. Let me speak for myself. I'll come to your house. I'll come to chill. Right? You come, chill, chipetro na ball, there's a FIFA. But then at some point,
I know if something is bothering me, I need counsel or just talk about it. I'd be like, when the guys in your shoe, man.
So naona sasa mimi argument yangu ama beef yangu tu iko na hiyo nini at some point.
It has to be immediate for you.
No, you see that I'm not saying houses. Me, I'm just saying why can it not? Juvulone say at some point, so we have to like mellow down. We have to chill out.
Yeah, bro.
Me, I'm like, bro, I see you, and I'm like, what going you good? And then, you see, that's my bonus potential. I'm like, if I see this nigga and we've just been together for 2 minutes, I can start yapping immediately. The first thing I've only said, baby, is hi to him, and we just sat down. Like, bro, you know, babe, she started saying, and we go. Now the thing is, with a person like that, the person who is receiving can do one of two things, which most people do not do. The first thing is accept and be like, hey, what go tell me? And then the other thing is, Buddha, give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Niingie kwa hizo ni hii conversation kwa about kuhao.
Okay.
Tunajua what usually happens is most people, you pick up the phone, the friend starts going off. They didn't ask you, are you ready to have this conversation?
Friends.
And you do this, maybe they start chatting. And why? Because they know it's your friend. It's a safe space. It's a cool place. I can just start
You see that's the point I'm saying in agreement. Because the only reason why that would be a case is because they know if I call Mike, if I call Joy, I can talk about this, right? And that's why it's a much of a process. Because see me, if you call me, which I hate, don't call me, bro. If you call me, we're gonna end up talking about work, whatever, you know. Then I'll be like, hey, what about and B? Me, that's what I think I've done that with the both of you.
See, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to have structure.
And that's what I'm saying. That's a meeting.
Because you see, the thing is, and you know, to do it's not a youth thing. I think the man, there were a lot who are out there like that, waiting for the probe, waiting for the hand, waiting for somebody to be
they only wait for someone. I see where you're going. Go on.
You see what I mean? They're waiting for the probe, man.
Yes.
It's like, hey, Mike, can't by there. I love Mike and I take it chats to run with it. Like, bro, let me tell you. We see Mike is never asked how work is doing. Mike will find ring.
They would not say it is fair. Say that. I agree with that.
But there's this other nigga, a soft nigga, of course, who's like, hey, my guys, let me tell you, And the problem is, if you're not in a male relationship, where y'all can be soft with each other, pause. Or where they come from soft households, pause. Bro, you can't do that. Imagine you're with the Morios, bro. Not the man, you with the Morios. And then you just sat down and you're like, hey guys, what's changing? Oh, nasema nini wewe?
Life ni short lakini yangu ni toja.
I like that life. Have you had that life?
Amuko hapo buda wanasema, mama akikusumbua buda hata yetu tunampiga one time, tunasonga, ni nini unasema hivi? And then all of a sudden, umsena tu. Ananyamaza tu
hapa kuna na kumoto.
Exactly. So you need to say for where on the circle you're with. Because you have different friend groups. And not all are exposing the same. Some are hard, some are soft. But it's just the thing you don't, as a man, my thing was in that discussion, like this because I took very long. You don't have to be prompted. You don't have to be prompted. Prompt the other person. You can even put the clause, hi, I feel like I need to feel some shit. It's really fucking me up, and I think we're close. Are we close enough? Especially if it's the first time I've never done this before. And you're like, oh my god, yes. And most times I'll tell you, bro, the women are usually more accommodative to that side of a man in the beginning, especially if you're discovering it for the first time. The man sometimes it's a bit... Man, we look at you weird. The first time they might think it's a joke. The second time they might also think it's a joke. The third time they might now be like, oh shit, this nigga is serious. And because this nigga has not been exposed, it's like, oh fuck, this nigga is serious. Now what am I supposed to do? I thought it was a joke. You see how fucked up it is having conversations with
I agree. And I think that's what I'm saying. I think I cannot clock where you are. In terms of if you're comfortable, if you really want to talk about it, you should be the people who you can talk about it with. Just like that. That's when I agree. But now that's why I think what I was trying to address is I think it's a meeting thing because I just like to know about my people's lives. I generally just like to know one, and I think maybe I carry that the fact that I remember a lot when it comes to my people. So when I talk to you, I remember what you've told me, so that the next time I see you, I'll be like, hey bro, how's this? I think that's a big thing. I think it's a big thing. I'm not saying that you should not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I think it's new does the prompt about in terms of the conversion that how I run it. But in essence, I also kind of appreciate it when someone just comes and says, Mike, let me tell. I appreciate it a lot because it means that
Sasa hapo safe kwako like fuck Mike, let me tell you. You see, and they just go off, and you don't even have to do shit.
So even our fans, sometimes you see like someone will DM us and tell us about this, like recently or something about this brushing thing with someone, and I'm like, ngoja umeniambia story yako ya brushing paka tunaongelea we talk about what you eated, and I'm like,
oh, even me, thank you. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I wish Mandem did this a bit more.
yeah.
Bro, a babe will come and you'll have a full-blown conversation.
Yeah, I
about
like
something you discussed on the pod.
I like it.
Another one was telling me about how they're using AI as therapists.
Yeah.
Another one was coming to tell me about, like, just some deep random shit. And they come and they talk and we finish the discussion and it ends.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, man.
But you see, like, with Mandem, I don't know, it's...
Yeah, but they actually, guys, honestly speaking, I think if you wanna just chat about anything, right?
Yeah,
Us, our DMs are always open.
I chat with whoever.
We talk a lot with people. I'm like, sometimes I feel as if I'm being intrusive when it comes to some of these things, because I'm like, ew, we need about your life.
Yeah, sometimes I open up the shit. See, that's the thing I need niggas, bro, when you've gone to your local, bro, to watch football. I need one nigga to just randomly start spewing shit, and I'm like, you see, like us, they'll randomly start spewing shit, bro. Kidogo you're about to be a father, kidogo Shamba's dream fire, nini, kidogo nini.
But as we close one fan, let me just ask one thing. Do you have an answer as to why it's easier for men to open up to other men or not open up to one? Why it's easier for men to open up to other men? Well, but not one woman, yeah. Wow. You know, man.
Because that's not me, so I can't even answer you.
I have seen.
Because that's not me. It's easier to open up to your boys, but not to your girl. And she's already your girl. You're not even trying to make her your girl. She's already your girl.
Yeah.
Me, I don't know, because I'm not that person.
I asked some people this the other day. This was over like 3 years younger than me, bro. Well, picture my sweetheart. I asked people this the other day. The response would be following. I think that aspect of productivity that we talked about earlier is so important to us as guys. So that if I open up to you, and it seems that if I open up to you, my productivity goes away. The more I open up to you, because I'm telling you, you know what to buy. I need to buy this thing. I don't have the money for it. It's different because now at some point when you say it's me, the productivity, you're judging it from my production. But when you demand it, I've seen what you mean. It's more like I've seen it.
When you open up to her, your value is going down, the more problems you have.
And you have that fear of your value.
And she keeps saying, this nigga, this nigga, this nigga. Fuck, let me leave this nigga. Exactly. But when you go to open up to the men, all the men have they've either been there, they are there, or they know how to get out of there. So they look at you like, I'm a nigga, breathe. You've
been there before, don't wait.
You play this shit like this, like that, like that.
Exactly.
But see, the thing is, when you're in a relationship, you need to be considerate of the person in a relationship.
In terms of which perspective?
In terms of you just need to really consider the other person. Not the person you think you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
You need to be considering who you enter this relationship.
True.
And it's the thing Mamsie always said. She's like, Mamsie always says the best partners are the ones who you were friends for days.
Yeah.
And then somewhere along the line you fell into a relationship. Or jumped into it.
Yeah.
Because she's like, let me use Sheila to represent one of the friends you know. Imagine, Sheila now is that friend of mine you met the other day. If that friend of mine becomes my girlfriend, bro, you think I would be thinking twice?
Nah.
I go open all that shamelessly. Shamelessly. Because she's my friend first. And you see, the thing is, if your partner is your friend, what do you want for your friend? For your date, for a friend.
Yeah.
For your friend.
Thank you.
You're not trying to compete. Yes, your nigga might make $1 million. You're like, damn, I'm making it too so. Nigga is making $1 million. I'm happy for him. I want to chase that nigga. But you're also clapping for that.
Yeah, of course.
But then you see, if you're in I think that's also most problems. We enter, a relationship is not built on friendship, it's built on, she has a big dick, he's light skin, he's 6 foot. And then once all of you enter that relationship, you start realizing you have no consideration for each other. You don't care about the well-being of this person. If this person is not giving you money, drugs, trips, whatnot, you don't give 2 shits about this person. You don't give a shit about their struggle. You don't give a shit about their home life, money, yada, dreams. Let me tell you, bro, it's very good being in a relationship with someone who loves you. Because they'll help you grow your dream. Bro, someone who has no need for you, the one I've just been using right now, consideration
for you.
Bro, you tell them their dream. Your dream, then.
Yeah.
5 years. Wow, wait 5 years before I get bucking bucks. Crazy. Yeah, but you tell your friends like, let's try and see how
this
we
to
can
get
do
5
it.
years. Yeah.
You know, it's very crazy. If you're a man and you've been with enough women,
Yeah.
there's a woman you'll tell something you're trying to do, and her question will be like, have you looked at this? Have you tried this? Have you talked to this? Have you thought about this? And then there's a woman, and there are many who will be like, 5 years. You think? So my question is, man, who do you want to be in a relationship? Because I don't see the point. Yeah, again, I say this, I'm a sweetheart I'm a bitch for my sweetheart. I'm a bitch for my sweetheart, bro.
Been there.
What is
the
that?
best thing. Yeah.
I will tell the boys, yes. But this is my friend before. I'm like, yeah, check it, babes. PCP. Oh, no, naje. Yote na pia ndo kitu important, bro. Kuona dem mwerevu, sikuona dem jinga. Fucking hell, with a woman who can build, not just shake her nyash.
I mean, shake your ass as well. But
You see what I said? You see what I said? I didn't say be with a woman who can only build.
Shake it, bro. Yeah, shake it, bro. But that's why this week's question of the week is: are all relationships founded on friendship or not? Something like that.
Best story can eat you, bro.
Check it, bro.
Yeah, not you, bro.
Yeah, I'm the one who dances the best. I've seen so many superficial things, and I'm like, bro,
People get
back
into
to
relationships over the craziest things, man.
Exactly.
Crazy. Watu wingianga relationships kama celebs. Unajua celebs wingianga relationships for 2 months to promote album. Wewe unafikiria wewe ni Burna Boy na Shensia. See bro. Wewe ni Njoroge na Sheila.
Ama wanapendanga mangoma they say. I've seen so many people do this. Do you know sometimes when you judge you based on who you listen to?
For me I do though.
Yeah, I judge you based on who you listen to.
I do though.
Yeah.
I judge you big, man. Hey, yo.
Imagine dating a Swiftie, bro.
I date her, bro. I date her, but you know the problem with Swifties, man. There's something, they have many ways.
You see what I'm saying? There's always a but. There's always a but, bro. There's always a but. They cannot. I honestly cannot fathom being with a Swiftie shorty, bro. I think,
Let me give you a scenario. See, you're saying a Swiftie, bro. Think about
I'm
this.
crashing out, bro.
Let me vibrate, bro.
I'm crashing out.
One last time a Swiftie. A homie of mine was telling me, imagine, bro, if your baby is a listener of Ezekiel, or Kanyari, or Nganga. Imagine umetoka boka, bro. Unakaa home, unapata amechill kwa sofa, amechill kwa kitanda, kwa laptop ama kwa TV. Anasikiza hiyo shit.
One of these days I'm going to talk about religion. Because I think people don't understand what religion has done to all of us as a species of human beings. Because Aje Morio. Mimi niko hapo nakupatia I'm crashing out. Because and every single day unapatanga niko hapo nakwambia you because there's nothing I can tell you that will ever come close to what Ezekiel Pasanganga Taylor Swift is gonna tell you. Taylor Swift.
That's crazy, damn. Wow,
It's not
so you know a show competing between Hollywood celebrities and you.
Magic.
She picks a point of view of someone who's 10,000 miles away. Check it, bro. Tonane next week.
Zima hiyo kitu.
Tonane next week.
Bye.
Bye. I hope.
Don't forget to subscribe, by the way. Don't forget to comment. Yeah. Man, you nataka. We are soft boys for you.
We're considering.
Soft boys.